Today's Captain's Blog was made possible by a grant from Eric Snerdhammer. Hello guys, I'm Boden and welcome to the Geek Group. It's 14:16 hours on September 28th, 2015, and it's time for viewer mail. Sample chip. I like chips. No idea who sent it. I know who sent it. It's the latest version BIOS chip for the Asus Sabertooth X79. If this works, it will be epic. There will be blog. Thank you, sir. It comes by way of a mad New Zealander. This is from Exploding Kittens in Lexington, Kentucky. There is a company in Lexington, Kentucky called Exploding Kittens.
You don't spend a lot of time on the internet.
No, that whole internet thing, very new to me. It's a card game called Exploding Kittens. It includes, for people who are into kittens and explosions and laser beams and sometimes goats. There's also the Not Safe for Work deck. I think this is a thing for gaming.
I'm sorry, I don't remember who sent that. They asked me in IRC yesterday.
It's from Sephora, the beauty authority. This is from Seth Graebner, because it's from S. Graebner. His name is Seth. And he is a pretty man, apparently, because he shops at Sephora. And he was kind enough to include a note. Dear Chris, enclosed are 6 vacuum tubes picked from the trash near my house. They were part of a device that also included several small transformers and other components I did not understand. All I can say is that it didn't look like it had ever been a radio. Some of the tubes are obviously reschnicked. These are intact, though untested. The tubes include a Sylvania 58, 3 Sylvania 56s, both relatively common. Much less common is the blue-glassed top cap 6-pin tube, hot stamped 34 on the base, manufactured by Arcturus. I failed to identify it using online references. The Arcturus Type 34 I found was not blue and only had 2 pins. Fellow viewers and IRC members may know more. Finally, you also have an Arcturus Wunderlicht Type A 6-pin, which apparently represent an important development in vacuum tube design. These tubes appear relatively rarer on the market and in good condition may have significant value. It would therefore be sad to feed this or any blue glass tube to Thumper. I agree. Note that before putting a Wunderlicht tube into service, one must test to determine whether the heater is rated for 2.5 or 6.3 volts. Experts warn that one cannot tell from the labeling. They are beautiful, and Geek Group members are by far the most likely people I know to understand this and do something good with them. Useful resources on Arcturus and its blue glass type, including the Wunderlicht. The Arcturus Wunderlicht Type tube dates to July of 1932. This tube had 2 coplanar grids, which, when properly driven, caused the RF to cancel out, leaving only the audio signal at the plate. There's a bunch of notes and links and stuff, which is cool. The Arcturus Wunderlicht. Das ist der wunderbar Wunderlicht Tube. Oh, look at that.
You match the tube.
Das ist gut. Look at that. These are really quite something. This is a Sylvania 56. Another Sylvania 56. It's stamped 913 on the bottom here. Huh. Another 56. And a 58. Looks like that. Cool. Cool. Thank you, sir. That's really cool. And that is it for viewer mail today. Thank you, gentlemen, for tubes and other fun things. I'll see if we can get those to glow a bit. Pay attention to the blog. You'll see it at some point in the future. You guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden. You've been watching the Geek Group's viewer mail, and we'll be back right after this.
Quinn's Vape Supply
is your source for high-quality e-cig products. At
Quinn's,
you'll find over 80 different flavors of e-liquids, from exotic fruit flavors to traditional tobacco flavors, and
everything in between.
There's an e-liquid for everyone.
Quinn's
is also the exclusive supplier of the
Chris Boden Signature Series.
Not sure which flavor's for you? Check out one of the
Flavor Flights
for a sampling of different flavors. All e-liquids have customizable
nicotine
levels ranging from 0 to 24 milligrams, so you can control how much
nicotine
you're vaping.
Quinn's
is an authorized Inikin dealer, and they carry a variety of e-cigs and accessories.
Quinn's
has everything you need to vape exactly how you like.
Quinn's Vape Supply
is exclusively online, and they offer priority mail shipping for all domestic orders. So head on over to
QuinnsVapeSupply.com.
That's QUINNS vapesupply.com and start vaping right
today.
What awesome excitement are you guys up to?
We are doing fundraising.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want to see something neat?
Sure.
They're waiting for Janet.
This is the stack headed out.
So far, we're doing the second half.
It's kind of cool.
Okay. So we have a homework assignment for some of our blog readers.
Other than torturing this dog?
Yes.
What?
So a lot of companies do giving programs.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be a company with a big foundation. It can just be a company that has 20 to 100 people, and at the end of the year they do giving. And a lot of places that have bigger ones require a letter of recommendation from an employee for you to get anywhere with them.
Okay.
So if any of our viewers are fans of the Geek Group and work somewhere that might have a program like that, if they contact me, we can hook up a letter of recommendation, and then we can get support from them.
Cool. And the best way to contact you is info at?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
But that is a way that they can help, even if they can't donate themselves.
Info at thegeekgroup.org.
And if you're not sure, I can help walk you through that too.
Cool. These are way better than the Christmas stamps. Oh God. That's not creepy at all. I just saw that music video.
They take like 5% longer to put on. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. All right, so it's 2035 hours. CCC2 is done as I can get it. It is functional, it is good, and I will be installing Vegas Pro on it once it goes back to the CCC. So, that leaves the original CCC1, which is gutted and dead, and we're going to conduct an experiment with it. I have the Sabertooth X79 motherboard that just came out of 2 because today something nifty arrived in the mail. Let's pull it dust out of this. Look at this. Look. That is the very distinctive screw of a square D load center, and that is a big ass screw. So I don't even know why they're in here. They don't belong in here. And who uses IDE for anything anymore? So we don't need that. Oh look, another screw to match that one, and a rack screw. Sure. Oh, we got a lot of crap in here is what we got. So let's just take a look and see what else is rattling around that we don't need. So this came in the mail today. We're going to check that out. But before I can do that, I have to install the motherboard in here. And we're going back quite a few years on this one. This is an old, this is like my second big build. Don't need that. But this would be pretty handy to install. So, I gotta find motherboard screws to fit this, which could be a bit of a bother. Lines up like it should. Alright, I just gotta find screws to fit it, and that I don't have, so that'll wait until the next step. But I have in here the BIOS chip. This should replace this chip right here. That little 8-pin. Looks like a 555 timer. That little chip right there. It's going to get replaced with this. And when that happens, it's an outside chance, okay, but it could live again. So I'm just going to set that right there. And I need somebody out there in internet land to show me where I can get the exact perfect screw to screw these down. It's got to be, they're going to be like thumb screws, but not, because that's what was in this. And I think I just recycled this. I just put a new motherboard. I just bought a new motherboard. A new motherboard comes with a box. In that box, there are new motherboard screws. There are not no new motherboard screws! Because those are supposed to come with your case. I'll need this. Keep that here. Yeah, these are a little large. I need the SATA cables too. Those are coming handy. Yeah, I have no motherboard screws. I have the SLI thing. So a lot of people commented in saying that you can SLI those cards. You can. One guy even said you can SLI different cards, which is kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that. I don't SLI my cards because I want the cards to all feed different monitors. I don't need the power of 3 cards on one monitor. I need 6 different monitors. So that's just how I roll. But if you have use for an SLI cable, you just let me know, because I never use them. I would like to take a minute and thank everyone, and there were a lot of you who commented in offering your condolences and your sympathies. I appreciate that. That was really sweet of you to do. I didn't thank everybody in the comments because it would be kind of tacky, dumb, and redundant to like say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, like 10,000 times. So just thank you. I appreciate it. It was a really sweet thing to you guys to do. No real developments. Just working. It's how I function with anything. You put your head down, you go. Continuing the week of hell today is actually a lot better, because today I'm not green and I don't feel like hell. Well, I feel like pseudo hell. But yesterday I just had a sick day. I just felt like ass all day, and and I don't know if it was some horrible thing that I ate that just said, you know what, fuck you. Or if it was just the stress of the previous week finally getting on top of me or what, but just, I was not a happy dude yesterday. Today, I'm alright. I don't feel like I got hit by a truck. I feel like I got hit by a truck yesterday. That's how I feel today. But I got the 8-inch wound, and I've got like 5 coats on that thing already, and I got that computer done. I have to find the side panels for it, and it can go back into service in mere moments. And just, yeah, I didn't do anything major today. We got a lot of stuff accomplished, but that was all the team. Moose and Melissa got out like 60 grant applications today, which is really cool. We finally, in regards to fundraising, have it under our own control. It's not some outside crap consultant or something like that. It's us doing it. And we've learned how to do it well. It only took us 21 years. And that's cool. If it works, it's still very nebulous, it's still very experimental, but if it works, where I want to be is I want to have a team of grant writers. And they'd be treated like the AV team. It's a priesthood. This is what they do, and that's all they do. They don't get sucked into everything else. That's their thing, and it's a sacred, super important core function of the organization. But I want to have a team of, I'd like to start out with half a dozen grant writers and have them doing that. And I'd like to pay them well. I'd like to have half a dozen grant writers who are each getting paid $30,000 to $50,000 a year. I think would be really good. And I think at $50,000 a year for a professional grant writer is really good money. And I want to get, in doing that, that opens up so many doors. That makes so many other things possible. And we've been learning this over the past week, which is really cool. Like we're realistically looking at acquiring 2 more buildings, making one of them dedicated high voltage and vehicular sciences, and the other one dedicated AV. Nothing else, just AV. Moving us out of 4 racquetball rooms and into a facility big enough to have 2 dedicated recording studios, a dedicated sound stage, because right now if we want to do anything bigger than we can fit on the little set, and we've got 3 little sets, that's it. Which is why the same set that you see a large number, like all the Kidwell videos, you know, all the videos of me and Paul and me and Sam and all that, they all happen on the same set. And it's the same set as Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong, and it's the same set as It's all the same set. We just changed the backdrop. And you know that, you pay attention. It'd be really cool right now to be able to have a dedicated soundstage for the bigger videos. We want to be able to do, like right now when we do a big video, like anything big, we did the cap teardown, you know, the capacitor autopsy, and like the forklift autopsy, stuff like that. Whenever we want to shoot a big video, we gotta nuke the MDH. And it isn't just that we make a giant mess in the middle of the MDH, it's that they gotta shut down CNC, and they gotta shut down the wood shop because the noise leaks in, and just all these crappy little things that you never think about. Like we have to have the air compressor in a special room because the noise in video production. And it'd be so advantageous to us to be able to have a dedicated facility for AV production where we have a dedicated soundstage where all the lights are right, and we don't have to lug cameras around, because we do more damage to our equipment moving it from place to place than using it. Okay, we don't kill cameras on shoots. We kill cameras hauling them to shoots. That's what destroys stuff. And to be able to have a soundstage really opens up a lot of options. And it's a soundstage, it's the size of a gymnasium. Like it's the size of the MDH for a soundstage for the building we're looking at, which is really cool. And this is tangible. We can do this at this level. We just needed to have proper fundraising in place to be able to do it. Because there's grants out there to do this stuff. There's companies that want us to do this stuff. We've talked to them, and they're like, send us a proposal. We want to give you a pile of money. You're cool. We like what you do. We think you're amazing. You've been around for 20 years. You have an established credibility. You have an excellent mission statement. You've got an excellent scope. You don't have mission creep. You've done exactly what you said you were going to do, and you've done it for years, and you've got this You've got gravitas, young man. Go forth, write us a proposal. We want to give you funding. And we're experiencing, really? Wow. Okay. We'll send you a proposal. Cool. And you can do this without having to sell your soul. A little bit of your soul. They want naming rights. Everybody wants naming rights. And you know, from day one, I've been really big on there will not be any rich dude's name on the front of our headquarters. That is not going to happen. It's the geek group. It's all of us. This isn't the Roberto Hassenpfeffer Science Center. No. However, this is where it comes into you have to sell your soul a little bit. Don't mind having the Coca-Cola High Voltage Lab or the Budweiser Chemistry Lab. That would actually be kind of cool. And if somebody wants to pay $100,000 to have a lab named after them, to have, you know, a lab, not the facility, a lab. If you want to have the Eric Snerdhammer parking lot, it's a real dude. Don't make fun of him. It's a real dude. I didn't make that name up. Okay, Roberto Hassenpfeffer, I made that up. But Eric Snerdhammer is a real dude. In fact, today's Captain's blog was made possible by a grant from Eric Snerdhammer. He's actually a day sponsor. And not only is he cool, but his name is written on my hand. Right there. It's faded because I've washed my hand 20 times today. But you're a thing. But Eric Snerdhammer. I even spelled it right. It's right there. And when it goes in the blog, I'll still screw it up and it'll say, sample text! Shut up. I edit all these myself. Every single episode. And by the time I get around to editing the blog, it's either really late at night and I'm fried, or it's really early in the morning and I'm not conscious yet, and I probably shouldn't be doing nonlinear video editing. So every now and then, somebody's going to be sample text. Doesn't mean I don't love you, doesn't mean I don't appreciate all that you do, it just means that I have the dumb and you can suck it. I'm totally okay doing naming rights to individual labs on long time frames. Like if Eric wanted to have the VSL named after him, if he donated $50,000, we would put a plaque in the VSL that says this is the Eric Snerdhammer Vehicular Sciences Lab at the Geek Group National Science Center. And he would get to come over and impress girls that way and be like, look, it's my name on the wall right there. That's me. You know you want it. Of course, with a name like Eric Snerdhammer, I don't think he has any trouble getting girls, because if anybody asks, you're just like, yeah, I'm a Dr. Seuss character. Doesn't that sound like a Dr. Seuss character? Eric Snerdhammer. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss character. Needs a hat. Needs a really cool little hat. Now, in my head, Eric Snerdhammer looks like the Lorax, just so you know. That's how I'm going to picture him for the rest of my life. That's how I picture Eric. He looks like the Lorax with the whiskers. So, yeah. Provided fundraising works like we believe it's going to, provided we have half the success that we reasonably expect we're going to, you're going to see some amazing changes, because the Geek Group is growing up. And this is where we make the transition from being the largest, oldest, most powerful, hardcore, raw, non-profit hackerspace in the history of mankind to, okay, we've done that. Let's be more than a hackerspace. Let's be more than a makerspace. Let's be a science center. Let's be a research institute. Let's take this to the next level, because we've got that makerspace shit down. We got that. We've done it better than anyone. What can we do next? What can we do to make the largest dent in history that we can? What can we do to really change the world? To have as massive a positive impact on people's lives as we possibly can? What can we do when our funding allows us to live up to our potential? It's going to be a hell of a ride. So stay tuned, stay watching, get involved. It's really that easy. We need your help to make this happen. You guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden. I'll see you next time. Today's Captain's Blog was made possible by a grant from Eric Snerdham.